Hey, welcome back. This is Black Lodge Trivia Night. Gonna do a little more Dragon's Dogma. What I'm realizing now is that I need to update this really quickly. This is going to be the start of part 12. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stream the entirety of part 12 or if it's just going to be doing a little bit now while I have some time to myself and then dropping out, picking it back up later. We'll have to see how it goes. So remember the last time we took on a couple of quests. One took us back to the catacombs to deal with sort of the cult that's plaguing Grand Soren, raising skeletons with necromancy. Spent about the better part of an hour hunting down one jewel that I could not find. Wasn't amazing, I gotta say. I think there's a chest under there. So when I was walking under the other part of the other bridge that leads out of town, there was a little doorway with like a supply shed. So I thought maybe I'd look under here real quick. I need to do something also really quickly. Basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to set this up so I can sort of see everything while I'm... There we go. But this one's weird. This game automatically pauses when you Alt-Tab away from it, so I apologize for that right there. But basically what I'm trying to do is I want to make sure that
I wonder where this river flows.
I can see everything I might need to see in the moment.
A wounded beast will seek its home. To the Bluemoon Tower.
Was once a place under heavy watch. Lest we were no less vigilant now.
So yeah, so I did manage to find the last jewel. I did manage to complete that quest, much to my embarrassment of how long it actually took. And also as part of that, can I get up here? There we go. As part of that, we also took on, the first part of the quest to kill the griffin. It was actually a pretty fun battle. I'm trying out a new class, Magic Archer. Never played a mage before in these games, so it's kind of interesting to see how it works. I've often heard that it's basically damage-wise. It's basically one of the most powerful classes you can play, so a lot of people recommend it, but
It must be safe.
I don't know if I'm 100% sold, personally. And
May require difficult choices.
the reason why is because it's... I don't know what I was about to say slow. I don't know if slow is the right word, but it is... it definitely takes longer to launch a spell than it does to throw out a flurry of dagger blows, right? Which
Stray from the roads and we'll soon find monsters, Arisen.
which perfectly makes sense. I don't have any qualms with that at all. But it's just when you're, sort of like with a Souls game, you get used to a certain kind of weapon move set. You get used to just a certain way things work. And it's not that it's necessarily better or worse. It's just that it's the mode that clicks for you. So then, then I started checking out a couple more like mage videos and stuff for Dragon's Dogma 2 because I was thinking, oh, maybe next time around. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just play the way I want to play. I really like... In Lord of the Rings Online, my favorite class is the Warden, which is sort of can be a sword and board kind of tank. It's a medium armor kind of tank. It's not just stand there and take blows. You have to sort of mitigate this and manage that. So there's a lot to think about as everything's going on.
Look over there. Is that some sort of structure?
This guy's got it going on. What are you?
Hello.
Oh, this is awkward. Do I go with the boring pot helm standing at 5'6", or do I go with the towering eagle helmet? I think we know what we got to do.
cannot take on any more followers without releasing one of your current companions.
Sorry, Newt.
I am honored to travel with you.
May our paths cross again.
I would like that, Newt. You, no harm, no foul. And then immediately I'm like, oh, what's this?
Vast wealth sleeps in the Bluemoon Tower.
More eagle helmets, but a giant effing sword. So anyway, so maybe I just stick with,
Careful! A goblin!
maybe I just stick with, whoops, as I screw that up. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't have the daggers. That's right. And for like a flurry of blows.
I grant you fire's blaze!
I hear a lack of supplies has weakened the Duke's defenses in the north.
So while it may be boring, I'm kind of liking what I saw of the Ranger and of some of the fighter classes, even if it's the Mystic Knight. I don't mind a little magic with my peanut butter, with my chocolate, but
That's the capture, on the far bank.
wonder, maybe that's the thing. Like, maybe if I were better about multiple playthroughs of games. But, I tend to do the same. Like, I was messing with Elden Ring, like a second run of Elden Ring. And I told myself, like, hey, I'm going to do this one differently. And then you get like 20 hours into the game, and I'm like, I just want to have that Dex bleed going again. It's just, I had so much fun playing that way. Or, whatever it is. The other thing I'm kind of curious about, this is not so much, I guess it could be sort of tangentially RPG related, but there's a lot of, so today is Saturday the 17th of February, I should say. And I think over the last couple of days, I don't know what the actual report or the podcast or whatever it was, but there was talks that Microsoft was going to sort of reevaluate certain things about its Xbox platform, the hardware part. So by the time you hear this, maybe it's already known, like, oh yeah, they announced some things coming to the PlayStation, or they announced more coming to the Switch. Whatever it is, I have no idea. But part of that discussion was, I think there's a new guy running Sony. I don't know if he's a permanent replacement. I think the old guy was named Jim Ryan or something like that. Anyway.
Even a stone's throw from the capital.
The new guy was looking at Sony, which I think has been doing okay. The PlayStation 5 has been a good seller, but not amazing. I think it's tapering off a little bit earlier than they hoped. And, they've had some big hits, but their hits tend to be like all-in gambles.
This way, Arisen.
Like Spider-Man's or The Last of Us or God of War. Uncharted, are they still making new Uncharted games? I don't know. Anyway, the point is that it feels very much like an all-in mentality. So I was listening to Remap Radio, is that the new name of it? I should double check, because they used to be one thing as when they were part of Vice. Yeah, the Remap Radio now. And they're sort of talking about how, like,
In lands where men fear to dwell, monsters always fill the void.
how the guy at Sony's like, hey, what do we... I wonder if this is going to make it easier or harder to hit. And the guy at Sony's like, hey, like, is there anything we can do? Like, our current cycle of gaming is to make like a game that costs $300 million to make, and if it doesn't sell 20 million copies, we're screwed. You know, is there anything else we can do to help?
There's no way we could have lost to
Strength
that.
in numbers, Arisen.
Help that out? Is there anything we can do that does it have to be that way? You know, which I don't think is necessarily a bad question to ask. Like, it's not a bad thing to say, like, yeah, maybe the answer it is. Maybe that is the best way to go. But it doesn't hurt to
This area.
sit there and say, huh. And the reason why I bring this up is because part of it is do we have to necessarily cut back on the quality of the graphics, blah, blah, blah? What happens if the games are just shorter? If we needed less assets, if the game was a 20-hour game instead of a 100-hour game? And it kind of makes me wonder, will anybody, is there anything to that? Because personally, I'm a fan of like the 20 to 25-hour games. You know, when I was playing
Cliff's edge.
Dark Souls 2 specifically, maybe a Dark Souls 1, I forget what it is, here on the stream, I would say, like, the great thing about the early Souls games, going back to them now, is that because I'm so used to them, they're a 20-hour experience. And that's perfect. Like, I can do that in a couple of weekends. I can just, you know, I can sort of like,
Pace ourselves on roads so open.
it feels like a length of time that fits pretty nicely in my, you know, current lifestyle, you know, the way I can fit games in. So I would, personally, I would love more games like that. And the reason why I was thinking about that is because I feel like this game could be like a 30-hour game. You know, there's plenty more there to chew on, but, you know, if you didn't try and dig out every last corner of content. Whoop, somebody else still.
It'll take more than that.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
And maybe that's not accurate, but in my mind, this always felt like a slightly shorter game, but in a great way, like in the way I really want it. So.
I cannot take much more.
Oh, no. No, Diane. Okay, there you go.
This looks interesting.
I will do my best.
That's not good because I think Primrose is our healer. So there's that. So it makes me wonder, like,
Packs serve well in wide open spaces.
of the things they might be bringing over from Dragon's Dogma 1. Like, you know, it seems like they're bringing a lot of the combat, the idea of crawling, you know, hopefully a lot of the quirks and the personality. One of the things I kind of hope they bring over is the fact that maybe, you know, it's not a 200-hour RPG.
Victims' belongings have been scattered
You know, maybe it
about.
is just like a 30-hour experience. And you feel like, you know, you got a lot of it. I mean, like, if you were to play an Elder Scrolls game in 22 hours, I think you would sit there going, like, I think I missed a lot. I think it would be evident. Can I get up here? No.
Take care you don't fall.
But here, even though I'm, you know, a lot of times I'm running into places, I'm like, I don't remember this. I think it's very possible I may not have seen all of it, because as you're seeing from the quest structure right now, like, you hit up one guy and he's like, hey, we're going to pop off these 5 quests. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see where we are. Okay, so we're trying to get over here. And there's 2 roads we can take, left and right. And there's a part of me that really wants to go left, because I see that structure up there. I just want to see what that is before we... Nope, they're going the right way. But let me just quickly just get this thing on... Yeah, no, I understand. I just want to...
Half diverges.
Just wanted to see what this was. we far enough away from things that it might be helpful? So to get what I'm actually getting at, would this be a good place to throw down
Do not just attack.
a stone,
This way, Arisen.
port crystal?
What manner of place could that be? Was obviously once a grand building.
It's like a massive bandit fort. Obviously, we'll skip it, but if it's someplace real we might need to come back to, I might throw a stone down here, because I think I have at least one more. Ooh, or do I save... Well, but I'll still have one on me. I was about to say, do I save one for going out to the Griffin?
Oi, there's not here what concerns you. Go on, get moving.
Seems suspicious. Let's see again where we are on the map. The Blighted Manse. Because if we put one here, got one there, we've got one out here. I feel like we're getting one sort of to the far corners of the map. Could always come back and pick it up, right? All right, so let's throw a port crystal down here. Maybe I'll put it up there on that ridge.
There's
Oh.
a structure ahead.
I don't think there's really a tactical or strategic benefit to placing something somewhere.
It's a long fall down.
Oh, okay. I think, Diane, you have one, right? Let me make sure I still have one. I do not. In that case, we're not doing it.
Tired, rest.
Or maybe I just put one down here anyway, and whatever.
Our strength brought us victory.
The road splits here. Let's be doubly sure of which will see us to our destination.
You know what I want to do? I'm going to go back to daggers. I like the roll.
There, Master! Dire wolves!
So I will say that doesn't...
I'll aid you at once.
Arisen, I am at your side.
Not bad. That actually hurt.
I don't know what that did. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with Primrose, I gotta say. It's not personal, but
Clever than a common wolf. Please, run it down!
got some range to it. There we go. So yeah, Nawa and
Tracks, Master.
Primrose were a little
Monsters
beat up here.
outside.
So what I might have to do is I might actually have to keep that one stone on me to go back and forth, make progress, go back, heal up, jump back, make progress. What I was doing for a little while in the exploration chunk of this.
This way, Arisen.
Nice.
The path diverges.
So it's difficult to move in very windy areas. This is why there's an ability I think rangers get where wind doesn't slow them down. Might still slow down my pawn, so I'm not sure what to do about that.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Nice, getting my location up.
This way, Arisen.
Okay. Just gonna go down this way just to see. I don't know if we can actually clear that part of the map.
I wonder what lies beyond the horizon.
But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through here. There's gonna be strong winds that keep you from moving at normal speed. It's a little tedious, I gotta say. I'm not gonna lie.
It's difficult to walk such a narrow path.
Sort of, you can see I'm not moving the stick, but it blows you around a little bit.
This way, Arisen.
Mind the wind, Arisen.
Yeah, I thought I had the thing that keeps the wind from blowing you around, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe this area is the exception. Anyway, it's it makes you never want to walk through this again, to be perfectly honest.
Is there any sign?
This way, Arisen.
So actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to Diane. I'm gonna set one up here. I'm gonna go heal up Primrose and Tower. I mean, especially Primrose. A, she's very wounded. B, she's just not working out. Wait, where's Get back to Grand Soren, get some new pawns.
Tis a port crystal, Master.
It is a port crystal. One can reach it from anywhere with the use of a magic item.
Okay.
Be they man or pawn,
Business with the guild, sir?
hard to do aught alone.
Do. Alright, let's grab some Warwick.
Yes, Arisen. You cannot take on any more followers without releasing one of your current companions.
We're going to lose Primrose, no offense.
I am honored to travel with you.
May our path.
And let's give Dell a shot.
Yes, Arisen. You cannot take on any more followers without releasing one of your current companions. I am honored to travel with you.
So, you know, there's a real trick
May
to
our paths cross again.
kitting out your pawn, right? Because if somebody was paying much more attention than I do, you could set it up so, you know, somebody was, you know, who actually pays attention to their pawn's abilities could say like, oh wait, no, this person could do this. That's pretty good. What do we got? Swamp things. Whatever. Just in case we ever run into it, why not?
You can summon pawns as necessity demands here at the Pawn Guild.
How fare you?
We can take on curatives and other supplies for our journey here.
I
I'd imagine one would never tire of this place.
I hear no. Have your pick. Any you like, or
Did
will it be
Diane
today?
learn any? Huh. Those seem like pretty good spells. Just a little bit short on that last one. Let's see what I can do. Oh no, am I? Okay. Oh. Okay, well. I was gonna say, I mean, cool, but now this Ricochet Seeker. Since we're going to be going through sort of these ravines, maybe it'll have enough chances to ricochet to be worth it. Let's see, what do we got? Fire. Poisonous fog. Let's try something else here. What I'm nervous about is, will this affect me? Yeah, why not, right? Let's do it.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
Let's make sure we're...
What will it be today? Have
Good
your
enough.
pick.
Okay, let's
Any you like.
rest.
What will it be? Understood.
Are your travel preparations complete?
Sure are. Let's get out of here. Nope. You know what? Let's quick save, yeah. Although, again, I'm sure it saves every time I fast travel and stuff like that. But still, just be safe. I really wonder if this one's needed anymore. I don't know how much we're going to be doing in Witchwood. Is this the right one? I think it is, because I think we were about to go underneath the
Perhaps
bridge.
they might use one of those tents.
Nope, this is the wrong one. Now I'm a little nervous. I'm now very nervous. Where is our... Yeah, why can I not access that one? There we go. Okay. You have to scroll down, apparently.
Arisen, I am at your side.
can't see.
How weary.
Mind the wind.
This way, Arisen.
Now, strike!
There you go.
Seems we won.
So one of the questions I don't know if I've ever figured out, can I get above in like the cavern, like the ravine through the terrain? My guess is no. But that has been something I've always been curious about. Is there a way to sort of get above the environmental?
Seems this place has been touched by bad.
So one of those things I was saying for a little while ago, I think I might have got distracted. You start to... I was talking about the length of the game. Because what ends up happening is you end up sort of
What's this?
talking to, a couple of guys working with the Duke that just, feed you like a series of 4 or 5 quests in a row, and those are sort of like the main story quests. Nice, Wakestone Shard.
What's that?
Which makes it very easy to sort of mainline like a big chunk of, say, like chapters 2 and 3 or whatever of the story. And then once you do those, like, you're sort of... This feels like a trap. You sort of feel like you're at, you're starting to get to the end game. There's not a ton to it.
We've come quite a ways from Cassidy's.
So it makes it very easy to...
This looks interesting.
to make this game take as long or as short as you like. I think I gotta kill crows. I'm glad I have... Crows are, as you've seen, I'm not very good, so crows are especially tough target for me. I think we're gonna get back into...
Canyon floor is an apt spot to find ourselves surrounded. Best be careful. What's that?
Brace for magic arisen. Insolent. I will protect you.
Let's try Ricochet. Nope.
Counter after they strike.
Let them expose what your
Troubling foe. No, they hold the advantage.
They attack in quick succession.
This will restore a bit of health.
Yeah.
Counter after they strike.
The six-fold bolt I like. Man, Warwick's down. No, I need you to... Man, okay, this is not going well. Also, I'm not loving Magic Archer. And part of it is maybe I'm not chipping into the fight here, but I'm not loving these
fight as best I can.
Like, I like the tenfold flurry, whatever, of the ranger more, I think. No, just get up. Who's shooting me? So I'm not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong with the magic archer, obviously, but maybe it's just because I got used to the ranger stuff. But like, yeah, the tenfold flurry or whatever that was, where you just shot 10 arrows at once. I liked the speed with which it hit at. I'm not sure why I'm not getting healed. Does Warwick just not do that? And maybe that's part of the thing. Like, that's why you have to pay attention to what your pawns can and cannot do, because they might not be spec'd as a healer. That's one of the nice things about having Diane as a mage, is that I knew she was going to do the stuff I absolutely needed done. What I do like about this, though, like, we're not in good shape here. But this is really at least a tactically interesting arena here, right? Having some high ground here is nice. I assume they're going to be coming up behind us in a second. But they have to, you know, get through these barricades. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of a nice little touch. Diane, of course. Giving up the high ground for no reason. Yeah, I know. But yeah, somebody needs to heal us. See if the ricochet can do anything. I don't feel like it's... Like, I've heard the ricochet stuff's really good in the DLC. Because the DLC is basically like a giant dungeon crawl. You know, you're sort of like in the equivalent of the catacombs the whole time in various ways. Man, we are not in good shape. So I'm starting to feel like a couple things. I feel like this little experiment is not working out. I think we had more success as a party when I was a ranger and Diane was a mage, and then we would bring in some tank and sorcerer support. I know, it's weird seeing daylight, right?
What's
that? Usually I'm doing this late at night. It's the only time I can get some time to myself. Now, at the moment, my son and wife are out of the house. He's doing a robotics tournament. Yeah, this might go poorly. My daughter has been a little under the weather, and so she's resting. That's why I wasn't sure if I'd be able to only do a little chunk of this or if it was going to hold still. So anyway, so it's figured, I got nothing else to do. I could do important adult things, or I could stream a video game for an hour or so and see what's up. But what I might do is... So like the tenfold, I don't know if it does as much damage as the sixfold bolt here, but what I can tell you is that it's faster. And that sometimes might be more important. I can pop off 3 of those in the time it takes to load up one shot of the... And I'm sure somehow, some way they've balanced it. I would hope. But... But again, it's what I was saying earlier about playing a mage and, doing, like, the speed with which the spells pop off or the magic arrows pop off might be a little slower than I'm accustomed to, and it's throwing my already weak game off even more. So, what I think I need to do is I need to head out here. Let's see if I can put the port crystal down. And go respec a little. The other reason why I want to do that is I want to see, like... I feel like for parts of this we've been over-leveled. I'm curious if we're now hitting... because, what we're doing is sort of later main story missions. Are we, under-leveled now? Like... Are we getting our ass kicked because of the class makeup, or is it because we're under-leveled, or I suck, or some combination of the 3? I'm going to rest first just to get rid of this weird audio effect that happens when you're low on health. I'm going to change vocations if I can. I think they... see, this isn't unhealthy. Like, I don't know if I've actually ever tried an assassin. Let's see. Secondary weapon, shield, bow, sword, daggers. Okay, so they can do a sword and shield. So is the warrior two-hander and then a fighter is a sword and board? Is that the distinction? Okay, we're going to make you a mage. And then I think we have to, there might be better bows out there now, but I'll have to double check. Ooh, can't wear that anymore. I didn't expect the tiara to be so good overall. Yeah, I guess I have to go with the tiara. Hopefully it's light at least. Oh, yeah, right. I can't wear that. It's too heavy. Okay. So I think we're back to this. Let's give that a shot. with a Knight's Mantle, why not? I'm missing pants. I don't know what happened here, but there we go. Diane, again, it's just going to be the same old, same old. That magic defense is so high.
Have your pick. Any you like.
Yeah,
What will
let's...
it be today?
I must be carrying some stuff here. Okay, I'm doing okay. Let's see what's going on with Diane. She's going to need to...
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like.
Do we need to
What will it be today?
set our skills? Yes, I do. Okay. Comet shot. I think that's like the... I don't know if I should go with Spiral or if I should go with Deathly. Let's try Deathly. See, it doesn't seem like the wind... It doesn't seem to be doing anything, but... Alright, so let's see what she's got going on now. Because I want to make sure she... That's good. Sure. Great. Healing, great. Multiple lightning from above, and that's the big firewall. Let's just see...
What will it be today?
It's all good. Okay, so what we're going to do next... We got to go swap out our pawns. Yeah, it seems more important that
Also, some weapons can be further enhanced.
Diane is on point on healing. We need to make sure that's a priority.
Pawn Guild stands ahead. It is a gathering place for my kind.
Seems this is where the merchants live. It is quite open. You can summon pawns as necessity demands here at the Pawn Guild.
Okay, so what I'm looking for is a sorcerer. And I think we got one right here.
Yes, Arisen? You cannot take on any more followers without releasing one of your current companions. I am honored to travel with you.
May I pass?
Sure. And I think I like...
This is a place.
I was about to say, I think I like warriors more than fighters when I've got like the giant two-handed damage dealers going on, but we'll stick with what we got for now.
Necessity demands here at the Pond Guild. Take extra care on these narrow paths. They could be booby-trapped.
This looks interesting.
Actually, make sure I'm going the right way here. Yeah, okay. Hopefully once we get down through these areas, they'll give us another port crystal stone. Okay, I'm looking at a like a ballista up top there. Yeah, I like the double jump more than I like the levitate. I like,
I'll take that.
even though I know the levitate might be a little more useful. Should go a little further with it. Now, if you remember, we've taken down like a Cyclops with manning a ballista, so I'm trying to see. Trying to see what these could be used for.
No single strategy will serve every encounter. One must adapt.
Like, can I get up there? Is that like a whole bandits camp? Oh, there's a thing right there. Okay.
Climb and move as we must.
Yeah, it's tricky. Now that I don't have the magic archer, I actually have to aim and hit the snow harpies instead of having it auto-lock, but I am okay with that. Wrong way. Let's get this one started. Hopefully it's just one of those that only has a single...
Animated by magic. A golem arisen.
Tis over.
See, yeah, that just feels so effective. I don't know if it is actually more effective, but it just feels more effective. And, you know, that's half of it when you're playing the game, right? Going with a build.
Well, we can get it then this. Give no quarter.
So those amulets are
This rifle best shot of the discs.
that lightning is deadly. Stay clear.
Promising. This looks interesting.
See, I feel like this is really effective. It makes sense. Like, you know, like the ranger should be the best archer. I don't really know what the... Oh, I was hoping it couldn't get me up there. It could. Oh, it's on the bottom of its foot. That's why. Okay. I was like, yeah, what's the advantage of knocking it? It's because you can't get to the one under its foot. Makes sense. Okay.
I'll take that.
That is good to remember because I didn't recall that. Let me just go back really quickly and see if there's a way. Maybe it's right here.
Someone lives here. Perhaps we might find supplies.
Just wondering if there's a way to get up to that camp. I just want to backtrack for one. Wait, really?
What's this?
Where is he? Oh,
Please
I'm
don't
out.
overdo it.
Yeah, so can we get in?
Extra care on these narrow paths. It could be booby-trapped.
Nope. Sucking wind again. All right, let's
Don't worry. I am here.
yeah, let's see if we can get it. Can I get it? Nope. Ah. And then here's the dumb thing. I bet I could if I could levitate.
This looks interesting.
That one!
Do not just attack blindly.
Yeah, I don't know what the deathly arrow's doing for us. Tenfold flurry. Maybe it's not hitting with every single one, but it does decent damage. It staggers. Nope. Just 100 kisses this guy right into the ground. Nice. So I'm imagining this is obviously the way into the fortress. Oop.
I'd not thought to find such a place here.
What's this?
One thing though, like, you know, I was talking about how, oh, this game, it feels like a good length, blah, blah, blah. I continue to say, like,
There's a land rife with spots
I feel like there's a lot of systems I'm not taking advantage of. I'm not combining if crafting's really a thing. Wait, I can't do that? Nope.
I'll take that.
Okay. I was hoping I could jump that gap somehow. Where's Diane? Well, I guess... Okay. Usually I feel like she would have taught me off on health by
Do you
now.
suppose it was nature gave these stones their shape? Or aught else?
Seems this place is dogged by thieves.
Soren is ever quite the sight.
So it's kind of nice, like it's vistas looking back like this. They make you realize, like, does it make the world feel bigger or smaller? Like, that's where we started and we've come all the way, but it takes a long while to get here, right? It's not like in Skyrim where you look it over the thing and it's like 10 seconds away.
What's this?
I wonder if there's a way to
It's
traverse.
a far cry from the roads we're accustomed to, that's for certain.
But it does make it, you just, somehow it feels like it should look further away when you have that vista, but at the same time, I get some appreciation for the fact that, we've been spending a while trying to get over here.
Stay alert.
It's an unwieldy place to fight.
See, now the ricochet would have been good, though.
Small caves such as this offer overlap of some use.
There, Master! Skeleton knife! Think well before
Splinter their bones! It seems we won.
strength in numbers,
Uh-oh. I think I just used a skeleton key to free a undead.
skeleton is skilled indeed.
Picking up some nice shields, but I'm going to need to dump these on somebody else.
Have nightmares from that one.
We have triumphed.
This looks interesting. Bandits can strike
I need a...
in places like this. Skeleton Knight!
So here's the problem, like, that's probably the one I wanted to unlock. To get to the passage on the other side, but I cannot because I don't have...
Strike with holy light.
Does my lantern not do anything?
Opening, then
Oh, okay.
I'll imbue your weapon with holy light. Strike with holy light. Find an opening, then strike. Purge them with holy light.
I'll take that.
This is frustrating. So I bet there's a whole bunch of cool stuff to see behind that wall if I could just get to it. And I can't. One thing I really like about Skyrim is its lockpicking. Can I get past that? Yeah, I can.
Walking bones!
Okay, so this... Nope. It raises the question, can you blow it with one of those barrels? I guess we won't find out at the moment. But yeah, like, because what the Skyrim lockpicking game does is it makes it so that if you can accumulate one, they give you a lot of lockpicks, so you're not just carrying 2 around. And 2, your skill can determine how it goes. So even a lock that might be beyond
What's that?
your character's skill to make it easy, you know, you can still get. And I really like that it doesn't take away the option from you.
Shall we enter?
You know, if you can make up for it with
What's this?
player skill. Whoops. Nope.
This looks interesting. What's that?
I'll take that.
And then what was it? I think I was playing a little Starfield. Starfield is a little less that. At first I thought it was going to be an interesting system, but then I was just like, eh.
What's this?
And maybe I didn't give it a fair shot, which might be my experience with Starfield as a whole. Didn't give it enough of a fair shot. Thought it was going to be interesting. It was kind of eh. But yeah, if you want, you can check out the YouTube archives.
This looks interesting.
I think it was the 3rd or 4th session at the end. I just go, yeah, you know what? I think I'm
Keep watch for falling rocks.
done streaming this. And my intention was that I would go play it. It just wasn't working as a streaming game, but I have not been back to it since, so
Guard at the ready, master.
I don't know if it worked for me as just a regular game either. All right, this is getting interesting.
It'd be a small wonder to find anything within
What's this?
such a labyrinth.
Wow. You know, from a distance, you're just seeing the top of it. Didn't realize it was quite so impressive. The Bluemoon Tower.
Look at the size of it. What could lie within such a tower?
And the nice thing, again, you know, I was saying with Skyrim, everything's like, you know, there's something every 10 feet. The nice thing about this is that there's actually not a ton on the map when you think about it. So what's there really stands out. It really feels special in a way. Where like every tower, every cave, every something in Skyrim, you're like, oh, it's just, you know, 1 of 300. And it's fun to explore. And, you know, it's got traps, puzzles, all sorts of fun things to do. But the one thing it never feels like is unique. So, they give you a pawn so you can fire your guys before you go in.
This looks interesting.
I think we'll stick with what we got for now. Let's see if we can get in. I do wish Diane would top us off. Health-wise.
'Tis the Griffin's hold. The beast has a lid upon the tower's peak.
It's interesting. I wonder if, like, when they switch you into here, if they change up the surroundings because they don't have to do quite so much.
There, Master. No harm.
So just so that, you know, you don't have to
Target! Where did
deal
it
with
go?
render distances, stuff like
We'll
that.
see your weakness.
Rain steel upon it!
Not just attack plank.
What are you doing? Fight!
I've had quite
We
enough
have
of
triumph.
Only
We lost a number of men, but others yet fight on ahead.
Oh, okay. Oops.
in striking range. I'll draw its attention. It flies low. Our steel will serve well.
imbue your weapon with holy light.
The one I really missed, though, is I missed that, the melee attack you got as a strider, where you would sort of jump up and slam down on their heads, the skull crusher or whatever it is.
I'll provoke it.
There's some way to mix that melee attack with like the tenfold flurry ranger. Nope. Nope. There we go. So it sounds like, you know, we've met the soldiers, and it didn't go well. Losing guys left and right. I mean, that guy was pretty low on health, but I don't know if that was true the whole time. I can't tell if that guy's calling up necromancy, and that's...
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
All right, how are we doing on time? A minute, hour 15. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... Let me pause the stream for a second and go check on a few things, and then hopefully I'll be right back. Or I'll just say a few quick words, end the stream, and try and start another one up pretty soon. But let me just pause the stream for just a second. Okay, just had to do a couple things. One, just wanted to check out what's going on around the house. Two, I had to close the curtains behind me just because I was getting a little bit too much direct light coming in on my monitors, so it was getting a little tough to see.
Will avenge you, Sabs.
A skeleton mage comes!
Are you unharmed, Master?
We have triumphed!
Strike with holy light.
I'll take that.
Oh, this could be bad. So they drop me down that pit. That's what I thought. If they dropped me down there, I thought I was going to die.
Slay it where it lays. Snow harpy. Go, fiend. Don't let them drag you off.
Do not just attack blindly.
No.
Strike it. The lights.
Their screams turn to blood light.
Within striking range. I've a hold on it. Quickly.
Can't really, okay, there we go. I was going to say it's clipping through the stairs, so I can't really...
Advantage is ours.
Don't let them drag you off. Think well before striking.
Are you unharmed, Master?
Did it!
I'll have nightmares from that one.
Did I not equip Diane with the healing spell?
Another path extends below, Master. I've learned of this area.
This looks interesting.
Yeah, can I get down there? Let me quickly check the curatives. Yeah, again, you can't make them do anything. I was hoping... There's obviously a chest down there, so let's just drop down. So again, I feel like these jewels of endurance, these kinds of things, I feel like we should be able to be crafting and sticking them in weapons, something, but just haven't figured it out yet. Now, what do you think? Can you get to that bell
This
tower?
looks interesting.
Could you double... It feels like they're not against it, because it seems like you should be able to double jump, or levitate at least.
Let's have a look.
Okay, I'm not picking up the chimeric half-plate as much as I would want to be able to use it. It's going to be too heavy. Okay, maybe somebody else can pick those up. Or what I should be doing is I should just pick them up and give them to Diane. That might be worth actually just checking really quickly. Bonus to strength, bonus to defenses, a little bit less magic. I think I'm going to go for it. They're definitely lighter. Some of the resistances are a little worse, the sleeping resistance. But I like the lowered weight. I'm going to give the other one to Diane for now to carry. She's still at light, so that's good. I'm still heavy, that's not great, but... All right, let's keep going. I can remember... Probably an easier way. Yes, the bridge. I was about to say, there's probably an easier way to get there. Question is, did I get this chest already? Looks like it. Okay, cool. All right. Not seeing anything obvious to go grab. Let's see. Different bell tower. That's the other thing, because the Skyrim ones would all be interesting, but they wouldn't be. I don't know if this is more interesting than a Skyrim level, but it just feels bigger in scope. So it feels like, even though I might not be doing anything crazy navigationally, it still feels like, oh, look at this. I'm sort of figuring all this out. So I'm hearing some sound. Is this where I drop? Yes. Okay. So again, I'm trying something out with the stream. So what I'm trying to see if I can do is obviously, when you stream to Twitch, it's a 1080p, so on and so forth. But I'm trying to see if I can record from my YouTube archive 1440. I thought I had it figured out. I did not. So the last one I was messing with was 1080, 1080, which is, you know, perfectly fine. But I'm hoping this time I've sort of cracked the code. I don't know why I...
What's that?
Okay, so maybe that's a return.
Break down the door. 'Tis dangerous to linger here.
Okay, here we go.
The gate is near
We
falling.
must help
Help
Sir
me!
Geralt take down that gate.
Through here and up. The tower's there. Quickly!
Okay, what do we do? There we go.
Don't stop. We're exposed here.
Onward, Master.
Oh, I'm going to totally stop. Then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to break all these boxes. Oh, so I wonder if this... one of those things like, oh no, this door we can't smash through, we need to open it from the other side. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I probably mentioned this in other streams. I'm terribly scared of heights. So anytime I'm... There we go.
What is Sir Wesley needs a raid. We must attack from range now.
I'm trying. Oh no.
What in blazes? Split her up against mean odds.
Where the hell is it? There we go.
I hope. Oh, dangerous here. Retreat.
You know what the problem is? Whoa, 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 whoa.
His rusted shackle.
It's back to full health, I see, and that's not good.
You must escape. I'll send you skyward. Strike its head.
I'm at your side.
It's dangerous here. Retreat. Now, strike the wings.
Oh no, I've blown it.
This way, Arisen. Make haste.
Tis dangerous here. Retreat. Hurry, master.
Oh, okay, it's trying to... why is it rotating? It's because it wants me to... trying to give me like the action camera.
Hurry, Master.
You know, give me one sec. All right, that's a little better. I had the overhead light on, and I was like, I'm still getting too much light on my monitor. I don't know. Just trying to make it so it's a little easier to see. It gets a little tricky for me with these lights. These lights are pretty bright, and so I feel like I have my monitor brightness maxed out, but it's still... it can still make it tricky to see sometimes. Okay, so let's do I have my... let me check. That might have been part of it. My brightness was not quite as high as I hoped. Okay, hopefully this makes it a little easier for me to see. So again, they want this to be like an action scene, so they're trying to get us to...
We've made it through. Come.
I'm actually not usually a fan of that. Like, just let me see where I'm going. Like, I get that what you want me to look at is behind. Like, I'll do that.
We shall honor their sacrifice in kind.
You know, you've given me a you've given me a way to, you know, rotate the camera. I'll look forward. I'll check behind me. I'm good.
What's that? I'll take that.
So what I'm curious about is it set, like, once you get to the main fight, is it sort of a locked-in number of soldiers? Like, is that, you know, it doesn't matter how many you save, protect, don't save. It's going to end up being, you get 4 helpers or whatever. Look, it looks like I've got a... I wonder if I could dim my stream lights to make it a little easier to see the monitor. Would it change the stream too much? It's stupid. This is what I do all the time. I sit there and try and figure out little tweaks. Right now I'm at go to 40%. I'm very interested in how all this stuff works. I feel like it doesn't look, I don't know. I don't need to be that, don't need to be that bright. Not a pretty man, so, you know, I don't need too much of a spotlight. Trying to see how the camera adjusts. I don't know, it seems like it's fine. Trying to see if there's a reason to jump down here. Looks like the answer is no.
Climb. I barely know which direction I'm pointed anymore. This looks interesting.
Alright, so there's the King's Men. What about up here?
I'll take that.
Do not let down your guard.
Anything down there?
Master, Griffins!
See, I'm really tempted.
I've learned new techniques.
Hail, Arisen.
Oh, right. Do you remember somebody was asking, like, hey, get me my special book.
My support with the same prize you claim for me.
If it were a counterfeit, it would not work, and he would be pissed. But I gave him the real one, because I'm only mostly a jerk. Can I get back up? There we go. And here we are.
What say you to that beast?
Now what's messed up is when we... Nice. nice. There we go. That's going to help me see it. I was having trouble picking it out of the shadows. Again, don't know what the deathly shot does. Don't want that. I think we're getting very close on this one. Headshots. There we go. It's actually only 500 XP for taking down a griffin.
It was a costly battle, but the griffin poses a threat no longer.
You've gone and felled the
Let's
griffin.
return, Arisen.
It joys me to see a well-crafted stratagem bear fruit.
Well, did I seem the hero? Racing
Yeah,
to the
I'll give
aid
it to
of
you.
those in peril?
Said, well, did I seem the hero racing to the aid of those in peril? Yeah.
It was happenstance that delivered me. I was tracing the steps of the sorcerer Salomet. They led me here.
All right.
Upon my arrival, I see you, locked in combat with a griffin. I knew it for a golden opportunity, and I dare say I stole the show. No need for thanks, sir. No need at all.
I'll take that.
The griffin was strong. Will the dragon be stronger still?
Definitely.
Then it will be a haunt to remember.
I shall remain here. There may be survivors yet.
Okay.
I ask you return to Grand Soren ahead of me, Arisen. Tell them the beast is no more.
Good to see you still drawing breath, friend. It seems I too was lucky.
Okay. And a port crystal. Great.
Tis a shame it can be said of so few.
So here's the question. Do I need the port crystal this far out? Like, is there a reason to come all the way out?
I wonder what's inside.
What's this? What's that? I'll take that.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting some messages from my family. Yeah, so let's make sure we, check out this arena, make sure we don't miss anything. I think this is where we came in. Maybe not. First floor. Yeah, so let's keep going around. Let's maybe we bring the port crystal out to the front gates. Maybe we don't need it inside here.
Please, be more cautious.
So let's see, for the second round of Duke's Quest, we've done the trial, now we've done the Griffin. I can't remember if the Sanctuary was part of that as well. So it's possible we've done 3 of the quests. It feels like there's more.
Where did I knew. No need for.
Okay, so maybe they don't have anything new to say. All right. So I kind of want to make my way back out so I can drop the port crystal outside the castle here. Because otherwise, I was about to say, oh, I could just ferry stone out of here, but I don't think I actually want to do that. So if you'll bear with me, because while I make my way back out, just to make sure if we need to get all the way... That way we can skip all the wind chasms, we can skip all the smugglers. Although, to be truthful, I don't know if we ever have to come back here, now that I think about it. Which is also kind of crazy to think about. They have this massive arena, and it's all here for this... Well, no, I guess it's for this one set-piece mission. That's, like I was saying in the last stream, like, they do a great job. With set pieces. Hey, D&D Doc, you say, what's the deal with Dragon's Dogma? If you haven't messed with it, I think it's an amazing action RPG. I think it is a hell of a lot of fun. It's a little bit clunky. I think it was overlooked when it was released. But it is, for my money, especially now because you can get Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen for usually like $5-10. I think it is a steal and well worth checking out. Bit of an open world action RPG. It's not action like Dark Souls where it's like block, parry, swing. You know, you have combos. You have different attacks that you can do. The classes are great. Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, but I have played the other Larian games. Those are very, turn-based, tactical, very thoughtful, puzzly. Use the environment to like throw down the oil barrel so then you can hit the oil barrel with the fire. This is not that. This is much more fast-paced. It's a lot more, reflex. Like I'm an archer, so I got to be able to aim and shoot, which I can't do very well. So it's definitely a very different feel in the moment-to-moment gameplay. But what I do like about Dragon's Dogma is, even though right now I'm currently wandering about lost, I will say, like, when you're in the dungeons or when you're in, wandering the countryside, it has a very old school D&D feel to me. Like, I feel like that's the kind of adventure I'm on. Is it more like a first-person shooter? If you're playing a ranger kind of character, definitely. If you're playing a fighter, you could argue it has a little bit more of a action fighting mechanic. I'm not familiar with games like Devil May Cry and stuff like that, but I know the creators behind this also made Devil May Cry. So it can be that kind of action melee game. There's definitely a lot of skill behind it. It's not just stats driven. Although, can you be a magic using elf? That is a good question. I don't know if you get to choose your races in this. I think you can definitely be a magic user, and I would say the magic in this game at high levels is, it's got the visual impressiveness that I think all sort of role-playing games should strive for. But I actually don't know if you can be an elf. I don't think they have... it's kind of a bit low fantasy in that sense. Where I think everybody is a human except for the monsters out there in the wild. But it's got some great set pieces. It's got some great...
We can get outside if we jump down below.
The story is surprisingly interesting. Is it racist? Yeah, it doesn't let you... it doesn't let you have the full spectrum of... you can faceplant, as you can see right there. It doesn't let you have the full spectrum of fantasy racists. trying to think. But so you can see there with my terrible shot on the bird that it actually requires you. Can it make you motion sick? That's a good question.
You cannot leave such an opening.
I mean, it's very possible. I personally don't get as motion sick from third-person action games. I've been having more and more trouble with first-person action games. Messing with, there's a specific setting that sometimes helps. And it's basically, it's changing sort of the depth of the, how much it's showing you. Field of view. Sometimes that helps me a lot, but I've found in the last couple of years I've had to adjust that field of view setting more and more in a lot of games. And so I know games like, the recent big one, Starfield, on the Xbox, now it's probably not the same, but upon release, I don't think you could change the field of view. And when I first fired up Starfield on the PC, I instantly started to feel sick. So, yeah, getting old, it's interesting. I often wonder, is like getting old part of it, all of a sudden I get more motion sick. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, first of all, turn off my lantern, save the oil. The thing this game does is it requires, like, if you're out in the dark, like, it's dark. You need to worry about a lantern. You need to sort of manage that kind of thing. So again, it's part of what makes it feel like, in my head, what it's like crawling through an old school dungeon. I'm dropping here a port crystal stone. What that allows me to do is, it's the game's fast travel mechanism. I'm going to jump back to the main city and hand in the quests I've been doing, which was taking out a big griffin.
It is a port crystal, Master.
What meaning do you suppose those stones hold?
So yeah, let me see. Yes, Diane. Absolutely. Because of Twin Peaks. I was sitting there going like, what should I name my pawn? Should I name it? I was going to make it like, should I name it somehow after Patrick? Should I name it somehow after Matt? But then I was like, nope, I'm just going to go with Diane. So first thing I'm going to do, I need to hand in the quest. So I'm going to head up to the castle, go speak to the Duke's right-hand man.
The stairs ahead lead atop the castle walls. Day to night, this area feels completely...
Need to manage some inventory, which I know is always intensely exciting gameplay to watch.
How's the day find you?
Because I'm nearing my encumbrance limit, which affects how fast I can walk in general, how fast I can run, how far I can go before my stamina meter runs out. Do you use a controller or a keyboard? I am lame and I use a controller. I probably would be much better if I got used to a mouse and keyboard. I first played this game on the Xbox 360. Came out in 2012, and so for a long time there, I played almost everything on the Xbox 360, so I've really gotten used to...
Welcome back, sir. Then the Griffin is defeated.
Sure is.
Blessed relief, that. All who walk Grancis roads will rest easier for it. 'Tis welcome news, too, for trade. You and the others who fought have my thanks, Arisen.
Level 42. Also, again, this might be part of getting old.
Many within the castle praise your bold deeds of late. I pray such good works continue apace.
I get more wrist pain from using a mouse. I use a mouse all day for work, so the controller's a lot easier in that sense.
Your attention. Pray, make your choice, sir.
All right, let's recover some stolen items.
It grieves me to report an item was stolen from the castle's stores a few days past.
I probably took it.
It was a possession of the Duke's and a treasure of the realm, the Worm King's ring. The band was stolen under heavy watch. I fear it to be the work of someone within the castle. But first, the ring must be reclaimed. Will you do it, sir? You would do well to begin by asking the men and women of the castle what they know. That ring is a treasure to all Grancis, and a symbol of the Duke's authority. It must be found.
Learn more of the thief. I'm kind of curious what would happen if you say no, because these quests are, my understanding, sort of the chapters 2 and 3 of the main line that you have to do to get to the end game. There's only like 4 sections, so we're not that far. Yeah, bummer about the wrist pain. Definitely an old man thing. Yes, I agree, and it's something that's only been recent. It was something, actually, I was playing a game. I've been playing an RPG, like a co-op survival RPG with my brother, Outward. And sometimes there's things that, it's just easier to do with the mouse and keyboard. And for some reason, like, I was like, let me do a session purely mouse and keyboard with that game. And when I was done, I was like, whoa, my wrist is absolutely killing me. And so I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to stick with a controller most of the time. It's definitely not as precise, but I'm going to be a bit of a heretic. One of the best things for me personally was the Xbox 360 controller sort of coming to PCs and kind of helping that control scheme take over a lot more for games, sort of making it a lot more common on PC games to support controls. Because you could play, obviously, you might know this already. You could load up Baldur's Gate 3 on the PC and play with a controller.
The good Arisen.
I don't know if I would go that far. When I played the other Larian games, I did mouse and keyboard. But it's really helped me out having a controller sort of take over. What it means is that, a lot of the control schemes, probably have a little more aim assist, probably have a little more help for players sucking, and probably mouse and keyboard players think it's terrible, but I am all right with it because I'm a filthy casual. So I don't know if there's people in the castle here that I'm supposed to be, or if they're outside. This guy's never going to let me in the door.
Please, sir, I have a job to do.
We see so many warriors here to assist His Grace of late. I fear my memory can't keep up.
Whoa. Oh, he's not dead.
How did you fare, Fisher Knight?
I was down in the markets not long ago, on an errand from the larder. Sure enough, food's grown scarce. Those stalls were packed with meat and fish once.
Oh, sorry to hear that, that you're starting to get motion sick from watching. I appreciate you checking in, though. Yeah, and I hope you have a great weekend as well.
Just more proof we live in troubled times, I suppose.
This game definitely has the 2012 NPC face game going strong. Take care, D&D Doc. All right, so I'm not finding anybody to talk to in the castle here. So let me go check the outside grounds. Usually, again, I'm looking for red symbols over the head, but now I just realized I didn't have it marked as my main quest. All right, so it's telling me to go back into the... But I have a feeling that's just who gave me the quest. I don't know if that's actually... Oh, no, that is somebody new. Okay.
Good Aldous told me there's been sign of thieving within the castle. Even should they escape sight, the castle's construction hinders all who do not know it well. Our villain had a guide, or had some occasion to grow familiar with the castle.
Okay, that helps. think I'm supposed to be talking to somebody upstairs. Or down below, but let me see if I can get upstairs.
I heard a report of an unfamiliar man seen within the castle's halls. They say he had the look of that sorcerer.
If there's talk of a sorcerer, it'll be Solomon, no doubt. I'd hoped we were rid of that rat for good. I do not relish the thought of his return, but the pilfered ring does bear a strong magical affinity.
That's interesting. Is
The sort
Salamet
of
somebody...
bauble Solomon would covet.
So I'm going to check above and see if...
Salamet. 'Tis a name that calls up bitter memories. Time was the Duke held a council of magic scholars here in Gran Soren, tasked with ensorceling grimoires and trinkets. Salamet sat at the head of the council. His genius was unmatched, save by his ambitions. Once their research bore fruit, Salamet betrayed his grace and fled with the findings.
All right.
He disappeared, leaving the corpses of his fellow scholars in his wake. I know not by what design he would reveal himself now. Perhaps aught about this ring that compels him.
Inquire about Salamet. Okay.
Many within the castle praise your... I have more tasks that require your attention. In that case, inform me at once when you... The weight of duty.
Okay. So I'm just going to take one quest at a time. One task at a time, I should say.
Let's hear from some others. Surely someone witnessed Salamet's fleeing.
All right, Diane's up.
Someone
Nice.
must know of this Salamet.
Shall we next speak with the townspeople?
Sure. All right. Let's figure out who to speak to next. Somebody... As we leave the noble quarter.
Someone must know something about this matter.
A sorcerer, eh? Can't say as I've heard tell of... No, wait. There is rumor going around of a queerly-dressed man skulking about the quarry. More than his dress is odd if he's hanging around that place with no reason.
Salamet is an infamous
Oh, we're going straight to confront Salamet. Okay.
A sorcerer, eh? Can't say as I've heard tell of... No, wait. There is rumor going around of a queerly-dressed man skulking about the quarry.
Skulking about the quarry.
More than his dress is odd if he's hanging around that place.
Okay, so before we head out, what we need to do is we need to check in at the inn, take care of my encumbrance,
Salvation works with a man known as the Knights Champion.
and then what else? We don't have to worry about vocations so much anymore because I went back to Ranger and Mage, so we're sort of maxed out. Technically speaking, we could probably update our pawns. I think we've gained a level or two, but they're probably close enough. But you can see, like, even though in town stamina is infinite, I'm not moving along too quickly. I've started just stashing, like, I could probably sell stuff, and I'm just like, I've got plenty of money.
Here, know it? An audience with a duke. Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
Solomet's secret. I guess we're going after him, but... Okay. I should check these out. Let me not deposit them quite yet. Gloves of Might. I should check these out as well. Assassin's Breeches might be good. How's Diane doing? I gave her a bunch of stuff. I should probably see if that does anything for my main. Anchor to Heaven. I should see if this... Okay. We got her down to light. I'm still heavy, but let's figure that out.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like. Come again soon.
Oh, wait. Let me give this stuff over first.
On your travel... Preparations complete.
Okay, so now that I've checked on the... I think I'm comfortable selling those. I don't know if they're going to give me much money, but... I mean, it's not nothing, but I just... But, you know, when you have $1.2 million, like another 40,000, it's not... I know it sounds like I'm flexing. When you got $1.2 million, what's 40K, right? I wipe my ass with 40K, you know. Okay, let's see if there's any other weapons here worth... Scalding razors. Oh, right. These, I think, had some kind of inherent fire damage, and I feel like I have a pair of those. Ooh, you know, but these, it looks like... Okay, so it looks like the damage is a little bit less, but it's also not upgraded, so maybe this would have been the better call to go with these and upgrade it.
The master works all, you can't go wrong.
don't even know what I needed to... Need 6 chaff stem. I don't even know what that is.
Masterworks will come again.
Okay, so I think I'm down to average weight, but if I could get that even like to halfway, that might be helpful as I run around here. So let's see if we can get a few more items deposited. Like, I don't know if I need 12 of those. Probably don't need 30 of these at the moment. Okay, so that's about halfway. Let's go with that. Let's see if we can learn any skills. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape, but let's just double check. Because these I don't... Part of me feels like I should just buy them so I can stop seeing them. But let's make sure... Body binder, okay. Invasive arrow. Flying din, right. These are ones I didn't care about before. Gamble draw. That's probably a good one to save up for. Precision. Oh, that was another one I was trying to save up for. Yeah. Okay, let's go for... We need 7th grand. What about Diane? What are you working with here? High blearing. High spell screen.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Come again soon.
Oh, wait, you know what? I need to rest.
A fellow would be smart to get just have your pick. Any you like? What will it be? Understood.
Occasionally have to leave the town. Okay, so let's check this quest. The ring, sure. Salamet is said to lurk in the ancient quarry. Make for the area and retrieve the worm. Okay, where is the ancient quarry? Well, it's definitely not here in town. So let's get out of town and then check the maps, see where we need to go. So again, I don't know if it's obvious, but I can at least tell from my end, like, my sprinting is now faster just by cutting down on weight. So there's a lot of like systems like that I really like. You know, it seems like it's an action RPG, but there's some real crunch going on underneath it. Oh. Okay, that's not that far. Okay, so we're going to take the road.
There are 2 ways into the quarry.
Grand Sorin, the beating...
Oh, yeah, actually, that's a good point. Where's the other one? Because I've got a stone right there, or I think it's not that much further either way, so I'm just going to take this road.
We share these roads with traveling peddlers, guardsmen, and other folk. 'Twas once a place under heavy watch. Best we were no less vigilant now.
Those walls must be a great comfort.
Oh, you know what I should have done? Nah, it's not that important. There's a thing that I had that so like the wind makes me... It helps reduce stability from wind. Helps increase stability from wind. Should have got rid of that. Because I had one that extends the life of my stamina. That's the one I really want at this point. Maybe the wind will be useful again. Like it, spoiler alert. The game opens with you having your heart ripped out by a dragon. You're gonna go after that dragon at some point. And maybe it would help in that fight. Like maybe its wings beating can create instability. Sort of like people standing behind an airplane when it tries to take off for kicks. And then they get blasted to shit and they're like, oh my god. Can't believe that happened.
The road splits here. Let's be doubly sure.
I'm just realizing D&D doc. I'm sorry, I couldn't see. I did not realize that was Pete from. I mean, I've gamed with Pete a lot. I know him from the AAC, Alcoholic Adventure Cabal, or Advance After Combat. He's on our Discord here for Black Lodge Trivia Night. Yeah, sorry, Pete. I didn't realize that was you. I know you're not watching anymore, and I'm just apologizing to the ether, but there you go.
A bridge will serve as a fine landmark.
Obviously a great guy. He's a big fan of D&D, D20 systems. Runs some Mork Borg with him. He's run some Mork Borg. Been in a couple of games I've GM'd. It's been a lot of fun. So I appreciate that he jumped in. Let me make sure I'm going the right way. I am not. I am not at all. So let's turn this back around. Other side of the bridge. Now, I thought there was a road, so let me just see. You know what? I could just cross country it if I go straight.
There, Master! A griffin!
Oh no, another one? See the harpies, I think, but the griffin. What's kind of cool about this game is that I thought I killed a griffin. I think the griffin. Oh, there it is. They swoop down and they grab like the buffalo for food. Okay, there's a lot going on here.
Do not just attack blindly.
Never mind the beast, I'll take the loot.
Find an opening, then strike.
Your actions may well alter the path to completing the quest.
Nervous. I'm hoping we can sort of avoid the harpies. You know, hopefully there are enough in the distance that. Is that it? Is it just going to take off? Which is fine. I just okay. I guess it's a little weird. I mean, I'm sure there's more than one griffin as possible, but given that there was like a whole set piece to kill the griffin, then just be like, oh, there it is. Let me see what this deathly arrow does. I mean, it's a pretty high shot, but I feel like the tenfold fury would
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
be faster and just as effective.
Are you unharmed, Master?
Such large stones.
I think I'm going to start considering.
Quarry is a spot well suited to hiding.
You know, Twitch doesn't care anymore if you like put your stream out to more than one place. So I'm kind of tempted to, like, we have like 120 subscribers on YouTube, and you know, very much thank you to everybody who's subscribed to the channel. So part of me feels like I should also be streaming there. But then it sort of throws out of order potentially the archive, which is a stupid reason to do it potentially, but I just wasn't sure how to approach it. Because on some level, like, who cares? The archive is just there in case anybody else ever wants to look at it. Up here's the ambush, maybe?
Well, well. The Arisen, toast of all Grand Sorin. Does the work of all mankind's savior truly afford the time to go hunting petty thieves? If you insist on a game of cat and mouse, what say we see which role you'll fill?
All right.
Find him and strike.
Now, for some reason, he's not going down. I don't know why. Oh, I see.
The cat has claws, and more grit than the fools in the Duke's Guard, I'll grant. But alas, I've not the time to game, sir. Farewell.
Okay, so it wasn't letting me kill him because he was plot protected. But I do like that. I drop his 8 guys in 20 seconds. Oh, this cat could scratch. I'm like, bro, it's, it's a little bit more than that. I just wrecked everybody. Let's just see what the quest says. You'll need of further information in your pursuit of Salamet. Travel back to Aldis. Okay. Let's teleport back to Grand Sorin. As I said probably in past streams, it's kind of a trick, like how much do I accomplish in each?
One can reach it from anywhere with the use of a magic item.
In each stream, because again, I'm trying to make sure I get done, if I can, with the main story, right, and post it online. That's the other thing, and post it, and have slots available to post it before March 22nd. Because once March 22nd goes, I want the video game CRPG portion of this, the part that I do, I want to be all in, baby, on the sequel. Or what'll happen is I'll get there and be like, kind of tired of this gameplay right now. Maybe I want something else. But it's I'll confess, until they announced Dragon's Dogma 2, it's the game that, I never thought would get made. It's not, not to sound ungrateful, it's not quite the game that I want. What I really want is Dragon's Dogma 2 to borrow a teeny bit from Dragon's Dogma Online and let you co-op with one player, 2 pawns, sort of the way you could do Divinity Original Sin 2.
Many within the castle praise your bold deeds of late. I pray such good works continue apace. I've more tasks that require your attention. Pray.
You fought him then? I knew it was his doing. It is a shame he slipped the noose. But we cannot allow him to run free. We must see him stopped, and the ring returned before he can work more evil.
Okay, is it renewing to him?
The castle, I've more tasks.
Salamet is here in Grancis yet. That much is certain. Seek out travelers, peddlers, anyone walking the roads. Someone will have seen him. We must find him, and we must have that ring back.
Let me make sure. Okay, let's head out. I wonder if it's going to be people to talk to here in town, or if it's going to hit the open road and wander the earth, so to speak.
Someone may know of Solomon's whereabouts. Best ask around.
How fare you?
Nope. I want to talk to my guys.
Someone must know of this Solomit.
Shall we next speak with the townspeople?
We shall. Okay. Let's see if it gives us an inclination of anybody here worth... Okay, let's head back to the main square. Trying to think... Oh, yeah. I needed to swap out one of my skills to get rid of the one that gives me stability and throw in the one that gives me more stamina. I think that's the one I swapped out. So I'm not quite done. And then maybe Diane... no, I think she's okay, because I think I have her with the passive ability that helps her withstand damage.
His Grace, Duke Edmund as himself, recognized the great feats of the Arisen.
I hear. Have your pick. What will it be today?
Oh, do I not have this one? Do I take damage protection or do I take stamina? I feel like you take damage protection. Stamina, you just pay attention. All right, so let's see who we need to talk to. Here we go.
Someone.
Do you know of the Bluemoon Tower, friend, to the northeast? I heard a strange tale from a fellow merchant a few days past. Seems there's a man's been seen coming and going round there of late, all the way out there. What's more, they say he's chased off all the beasts nested there with some arcane magic. It's him, says I. That sorcerer, they say, stole some bauble from the Duke. What was it?
I've gained quest knowledge.
Oh, okay. So we're just going...
Bluemoon Tower.
Again, Diane. Get out of the goddamn fountain. Have some self-respect. You're embarrassing me.
Pack well, for the Bluemoon Tower is many leagues travel.
You would think that, but I'm just gonna fast travel there because we left our port crystal right outside.
Mankind does love to build towers, ever higher, in pursuit of their maker's own vantage.
Do you see the tower, Arisen?
I'll take that.
It's this way.
Yeah, going back, it's like it makes sense that they would not just burn
What's that?
this entire structure on one set piece.
We're here.
You know what? Just to be safe, gonna get level parity with my pawns because I am 42. It's not that bad, but okay. So I need a sorcerer. So let's grab Petrio.
You cannot take on any more followers
Sure.
without releasing one of your current
I appreciate how
I am honored to travel with you.
looks like the same kind of outfit. So maybe
May our paths.
it's considered a decent armor set for seeing. Yeah, this is what I want. I want a warrior, not a fighter. Let's try this.
Yes, Arisen.
Just pure two-handed
You cannot take on any more
FU damage.
followers without releasing one of your current companions.
Although, the one with the shield, they can sort of draw aggro. They can pull harpies down.
May I pass?
Okay. But that's not what we need. We need somebody that can just knock stuff around.
We're here. If what I've heard holds true, we'll find the wizard here.
He must be above. Onward, Master. We cannot allow him to flee with the ring again.
Armed rogues! Do not just attack blindly.
Oh, Diane taking some heat as well. Nice. There you go, Ori. Knock that shit down. Keep Diane alive. All right. Diane, can you not heal yourself? Do I not have you set up with a healing spell?
There's no way we could have lost to that.
Because that is a severe oversight that I actually might need to correct before we get too much further. Let me see if there's a way to tell. Status, maybe? Do you not have any magic going on? Okay, so I need to fix... If that's the case, I need to fix that immediately.
It is a port crystal. One
It is
can
a
reach
port
it from
crystal,
anywhere
Master.
with the use of a magic item.
Hello.
So Solomon's taken refuge in the Bluemoon Tower. Imagine one would never tire.
I hear no end of... Have your pick. What will it be today?
Okay, Diane, what are you doing? Why are you not... No, I feel like you're doing some of these. What's... Okay, let's, So I'm gonna make... I can't tell if primary, secondary matters. Does she not have a staff? Like if I make this one health and this one, does that matter?
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today? Understood.
Gonna rest up just because we took so much damage. Let me set up. Nope, it's the other one. That might be the problem. She has no staff.
Manage inventory.
Okay, so that's okay. That's the problem.
A fellow would just... Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today? What will it be? Have your
Okay, let's
pick.
see if we
Come
can
again soon.
augment that at all before we head out. Wow, that's such a stupid oversight on my part.
Me, I've no love of him. The master works all. You can't.
I can do the first level, but I don't think I have literally anything. Chestnut branches of the Great Griffin Claw. How do I not have that? Because I killed it.
Works up, come again.
Mankind does love to build towers, ever higher. in pursuit
You see
of
the
their
tower,
maker's
Arisen.
own vantage.
Is this way.
There we go, Diane. I am sorry.
We're here.
How are we doing on time? Again, I was hoping to get through this, but then there might be stuff I need to take care of. I might be starting to lose my voice a little bit because my voice
Heard holds true.
goes at the drop of a hat when I've been talking for a while.
He must be above. Onward, Master. We cannot allow him to flee with the enemy.
I'm hoping that's a crow because I have to kill a certain number of them.
Salvant is sure to have laid traps for us. He must be above. Onward, Master.
Whoa. I kind of like that. You get hit, it sort of interrupts. You know, I was trying to set... Oh, crap, I'm done. I was trying to set up my tenfold fury, and I lost it, right? Sort of like... There we go.
Twas nothing.
I suppose I would be easy on it.
Shall restore your health. Hold on.
We'll find him in the highest room.
They hold the advantage.
There we go.
Do not just attack blindly.
Okay, so how are we doing? Two of my guys are pretty hurt. I don't know if I can... Let me see if I can give them some green warish or something and hope they use it. Let's see if anything happens. He's just...
Floor is falling through. Tread carefully, Master.
I'll take this.
I don't know who Uri is swinging at.
Wait for an opening.
They attack in quick succession.
Oh no, 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 no. Nope. Nope. Nope.
This looks interesting.
Oh, I need to get rid of my death arrow. I can't tell if that's worth it.
Find an opening, then strike.
A curative will serve.
There's no way we could have lost to that.
Yeah, are they popping curatives? I can't tell.
Shall restore your health. Hold on. Let's
He
make
must
our
be
way
above.
onward.
Onward,
It's
Master.
the only likely spot.
Let me give some of these, not sure if she'll use them either, but... Although Diane, do I have more control over Diane as my actual pawn? No. Okay. Still can't get to here. It says, you know, oh no, wait.
I wonder where it leads. I'll take that.
They're armed, Master. Sonnet. Underestimating Hero, Master.
You were lucky!
There's no way we could have lost to that.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
What's that?
Take heed, Arisen. We don't know the extent of his power.
So this is definitely new. You know what? Let's switch to a counter shot. Nope. Again, it interrupts. Crap.
castle is guarded.
Pop tenfold. Oh no. Uri, you're not... I gotta be honest with you. Like, you need to be up in the front lines for any of that to work. I don't know what you're swinging at. Nope, got interrupted. Oh, whoa, 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 okay.
You must be above. Onward, Master.
That looks promising.
Can we just run past him? Like, I don't think he can touch us from...
This time we'll have that ring back.
Truly, the Arisen is a profession given to leisure. Or do you hope to earn your meals catching stray wizards for fear of actually facing the dragon? Alas, I'm not one for company. Let us be done with this. You've come to your journey's end! The Worm King's ring is a talisman of incomparable characters. What sublime bliss! What heady rapture! Yes, I will see my dream made reality. My essence.
Can I grab him? Oh.
Very soul will inhabit the ring. In it, I shall be reborn under.
I'm wondering if it won't let me kill him until he's done talking. Okay. I was gonna see if I could throw him off a cliff. That's why I was curious if I could grab him.
All that remains is to see the ring safely to Sir Aldous.
I feel more familiar with this quest now.
Nice.
The floors crumble away in places. Watch your
Looks more a ritual hole than a rooftop, this.
Francis is well to be rid of such a man. Let's return to the capital.
Do you agree, Petrio?
Francis is well to be rid of such a man. Let's return to the capital.
Tis a port crystal, Master.
All right, so I think we only... Yeah, sorry, my voice is starting to go a little bit. I think we only have one more quest from this current batch, and then maybe it sort of starts to unlock the next group, which again, I think is getting close to the... in spitting distance of the end game. There's, you know, the bulk of the middle of this game is you deal with all of this guy's quests, and then he says, yeah, you can go talk to the Duke. Then you go in and you deal with all of the second guy's quests. And then maybe he hands you off to the Duke, maybe not, I have no idea. But it's sort of just like a couple of quick checklists for the middle of the game if you want to sort of focus directly on that. I think the only one we have left is to help Mercedes.
Here in Grancis yet. Seek out travelers, peddlers, anyone. We must.
No, we're good.
The ring is reclaimed. I haven't the words to express my esteem, sir. A talisman of such power must be kept from those who would use it for ill purpose. The Duke will see it well guarded, and the faults in the castle's security mended. Pray let this lead us all to take greater care in the future. For now, you have my thanks.
All right.
Many within the castle praise. I've more tasks.
Assist Sir Mercedes. What I might do when I get near the end of the game is I might just blow all my rift crystals on pawns to deal with the end boss, just however over leveled that'll get him.
She was most adamant. Though she is a knight come in good faith to aid us, she remains daughter to Hearthstone's lord. It does my heart no ease to see her undertake such a dangerous errand. Alas, in the face of her ardent petition, there was naught I could do but accede. Can I ask that you at least accompany her, sir? She must be kept safe. My thanks, Arisen. Pray go and speak to Sir Mercedes.
Now, usually she's right around here somewhere.
I take it you've heard. Then you'll know that this task is I'll not be an idle burden on the Duke's hospitality any longer. And surely you've won enough glory, sir. Allow me this one chance to prove myself. You have my thanks. This matter concerns Lord Julian as well. There is talk of dark happenings at the Stone of the North. Lord Julian's watch. He set out for the hold himself some time ago. But there has been no word since. Someone must go and see what has become of him. As a fellow guest of the Duke's, I felt it my duty. I would forbid you from interceding, but you no doubt have your own reasons for going. I will not stop you from joining me, but neither can I wait. Follow if you...
Okay. Travel to the Windbluff Tower. Where is that? Oh, okay.
Let us make for the Stone of the North.
Well met, sir.
So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back to the inn, heal up by resting overnight.
Salvation and the Knight's champion. The capital swirls with ill rumors.
One thing I got to figure out. I know that I can control some of OBS. I've got a Rodecaster Pro 2. And it's got these pads. And I know you can assign like MIDI controls to commands in OBS. I'm kind of curious, like, can you... So the question is, like, if I'm in-game, can I hit the pad and would it still control something in OBS, even though OBS isn't the highlighted program? Because if I could, one of the things I can't do is I can't, I can't switch to the, be right back logo or whatever without alt-tabbing. I'm curious if the MIDI controls on the Rodecaster and OBS, if that would make that happen. Because then the other thing I would like to do is I'm wondering if there's a way to assign to the MIDI controls a way to add markers to the video, and then would those markers come in to DaVinci Resolve? So if there's like, because sometimes like I'll go back through these things and spot check them. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to grab some shorts. And if there was a way to mark them, like, oh, I just said something stupid, click, I gotta research into that just to make anything to... I feel like I've mostly figured out how to put the videos up on the Twitches and the YouTubes. We'll see if this method here allows me to record 1440 and stream 1080. I'm sort of starting to get the basics of that. At some point, I'll have to decide, do I need to 2PC set up my stream, and is an M2 Mac Mini good enough? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking to add like some massive second PC to my setup. And I'd rather not spend the money on. So the kind of thing I would go for is like a more powerful, like Mac Studio or something. But I do not want to spend thousands of dollars just to have a 2 PC streaming setup. But the Mac Studio is something I could either mount on my desktop because the things are like small. Although maybe a Mac. Well, you're going to watch me now start to talk myself into it because a Mac Studio might be pretty good for editing. I don't know. I would have to look at benchmarks compared to my PC setup. I think on some level my PC setup must be better. One, because I already own it and it wouldn't cost me any money to acquire. And two, I do think because of the ability to use a graphics card, an NVIDIA graphics card in particular, I think that might still have benefits. But I guess we'll have to see. The other thing you could do, like the Mac, so I have an M2 Mac Mini, 16 gig of RAM, which I think was the problem I ran into when I was trying to do stuff with my Mac M1 Mac Mini. That only had 8 gig of RAM, and I think trying to do StreamYard and Foundry and OBS recording or, all that kind of stuff, I think it just choked. It just choked the computer. It couldn't do it all. So hopefully the M2 has, obviously it's got the upgraded processor. It's got the I don't want to fight these guys. I'm just hoping that that would have the stones to record OBS. The nice thing about that is that I think OBS on the Macs can do ProRes QuickTime.
That was a waste of time.
And maybe if I was more familiar with codecs and stuff like that, I'd be like, yeah. But ProRes is the one I'm very familiar with. So being able to work in like a... It doesn't even have to be like ProRes HQ, just general ProRes would be great. And then maybe editing... because I'm not doing like heavy effects on this work, obviously. It's just thrown down clips and some basic graphics and then rendering. So maybe that could even speed up the rendering time. There you go. Get up there. Yeah, take them out.
What else would you expect with my help?
There we go. Oh, did I get that shot off? I thought I was grabbing him.
That's all. We have triumphed. Barely worth the effort.
Leave it to me.
So a 2PC setup, what I'd have to do is I'd have to get this camera. I would just have to plug this camera. Yeah, but then I need my... It starts to get complicated with terms of work. Because then, like, if I'm on a Zoom call, do I do...
I see the hold.
Do I do the Zoom part from my Mac? Because what would that have to be? My mic, my camera...
At the Duke's northern stronghold.
Would both have to go into the Mac instead of my PC. Oh, something's going on here. So maybe this was like the group that was sort of undermining Maybe the deathly arrow can get through shield block? Let's see. Maybe it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Like, it's not letting these guys go down, like they're sort of plot protected, and I don't know why. Like, they need them to be there to continue the fight to establish what's going on here in the story. But yeah, so I would need, okay. My Elgato Camlink would need to go into my...
You colluded with Salvation to work sedition among the Duke's men!
Salvation? You place me in ill company. I'm a man of this world. Fantasies of death and redemption concern me not one whit. Now, legends. Legends stoke up the masses. If Duke Edmund were to best a second dragon, Francis would take the Ascendant. But her neighbors ill want a giant looming at their borders, am I wrong?
Spare me your sophistry. The word neighbor sours on your forky tongue. Our lands have long sworn unstinting aid to any neighbor beset by the dragon.
Unstinting, you say? Tell me then, why has your Lord Father not sent your brother, joined by Hearthstone's finest steel? Why am I speaking instead with a bleating she-goat mocked even by her own men?
You will retract those words, sir!
Else suffer what consequence?
Else I shall wash my honor clean in your blood!
And you? You will play her second? I would welcome the challenge.
Stay out of this! He's made an open mockery of me and my homeland!
I had thought, nay trusted you were above the base treasons of Salvation's like. The Knight's champion. And
Oh, he's part of Salvation.
Your ilk is champion to no man, Julian.
Salvation? Damns a lot of
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
And their idle talk of destruction.
Oh, no, he was working with them. Okay.
They were convenient to my purpose, nothing more. The day of Edmund Dragonsbane is past. He will not slay another worm. So what cause is served by sending men to die for his pleasure? The swift death of Francis is the greatest mercy to her neighbors.
And what of those of this land who will die for your peace? Will you stand idly by while a people lose their land, their very lives to a plague of beasts? You are no knight, villain!
Pray, think of the morrow. The dragon will come again. To your homeland, and to mine. Who shall stand against it then, if we are spent, all of us, for having held to some ancient pact? What is gained by all our deaths? Naught, I say, and naught would say your Lord Father.
How dare you, sir! I will not suffer such slander!
You know it to be true. Has he sent his finest blades? A general fit to lead them? No, he sent an ornament, so she be too daft to see it. 'Tis an empty show.
Bastard!
Do it!
Your head is a meager trophy. The men of the fort may have use of you yet. Even a she-goat's skin can warm a desperate man of nights.
What? He's no slander beneath you?
The duel is well and settled, Arisen. Be gone from my sight at once. I've no more patience to indulge your play at knighthood, little girl. Your failure to quell the revolt is cause enough to run home to Hearthstone, tail twixt your legs. I tell you this in the spirit of mercy. If you cannot best me, you cannot best the dragon. Run along home while you yet live.
He's not wrong there.
Do you think me cruel, Arisen? 'Tis a sorry truth that righteousness is a rare luxury in war. You are pledged to slay the worm, and that alone. No oath binds you to the Duke, nor would my death do you any great service. There are those might call me a monster, but I am no dragon, sir. What say you?
I must make a pitiable sight. I knew. I am a meager choice to send as aid. I know it well. Still, I could not.
Okay. So that's interesting. So it sounds like what Julian's thing was, and I may be misunderstanding this, but it's kind of...
I fear I put on a shameful
Oh,
display.
okay.
Lord Julian had the truth of it, every word. I am weak. I serve no purpose here, save as hollow homage to an empty pact. Aids in name only. Hearthstone or Grancis, there's not a man in either who expected anything else of me. I knew it well enough, tasted it on every breath I drew. Yet still, I fancied myself a knight. Arisen. I will return to Hearthstone. Not to lick my wounds, but to petition my Lord Father that Grancis people receive true aid. I will not send you to meet the dragon with their fates weighing upon you. After, I shall return here, to aid you however I may. I am a fool. Pray, accept this token. I haven't much to give, but it would please me to know it provided you some small comfort on your journey. I cannot hope to grow strong overnight, but I will return a woman able to serve you. Until then, pray be well. I cannot hope
Okay.
until...
So we've maxed out all of our dialogue. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. So it seems like, these long threads have sort of started to come together. There's the thing about, the company here that's getting too much money. Julian and Mercedes have not got along the whole time. And it turns out, yeah, Julian... so I don't always love, Aaron Sorkin's TV shows and stuff like that, but I do appreciate his tips on writing, his advice on that front. He's a truly gifted writer. He's truly gifted at structure. And one of the things he said is like, when you have a villain in a story, the villain cannot believe he or she is the villain. So that when you have your villain explain what he or she is doing, what they are doing, when you have the villains explain what they're doing, have them explain it like they're making their case to get into heaven, at the foot of St. Peter. That is something like that. Like, they have to believe what they're doing so strongly that, again, if they were making their case to get into heaven, this is what they would say. They cannot believe they are evil. And in Julian's case here, I feel like they've done a good job with that. He sees the Duke, if I understood this correctly, he sees the Duke as past his prime. He does not have it in him to kill another worm.
Quite the view,
But
eh?
there's another worm. Somebody has to deal with that. The Duke is not that person. So it seems like what my understanding was that Julian was trying to undermine the Duke, trying to equip this group of soldiers to be able to take on the cause that the Duke cannot do, use salvation to try and undermine the Duke within the walls of Grand Soren, et cetera, because the greater good, whoops, as I'm sucking wind again, the greater good requires
You are honor bound to exceed.
the greater good requires the defense of the lands, you know, like, at least that's I think that's what I was, you know, or was he just saying, like, you know, let's just not work? It seemed like he was like, we got to take on the worm. Can't take on the worm with the current setup. So if I got to get rid of the Duke to do that, that's sort of the impression I was getting. Maybe I misunderstood. Do I need to get that chest? Do I need to actually go? I'm not going to bother, because it's probably going to be like Harspud juice or something simple. It's not important. So yeah. So again, like, I feel like this game does not get enough credit for its story. I feel like that's, you know, decent, you know, writing aside, like, you know, is making us watch two people have a fight for 5 minutes while they info dump. Maybe not, like, I don't know, but I feel like the motivations are there. The basic story is interesting and, you know, checks the boxes you want it to check. So yeah, I mean, like, this whole time we're like, oh, there's sort of like some conspiracies going on afoot here in the court, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, yeah, that is starting to come together. I've often heard people say that, I forget where I've heard this. If you don't get very far in Dragon's Dogma, you don't think much of the story. If you do go the distance in Dragon's Dogma, you realize the story is quite good. And it's just an interesting, I don't know if it's pacing. I mean, obviously it's pacing on some level, but is it necessarily bad? You know, like, I could see, like, no, it's actually really good that if you stick with it, you know, like, oh, this is just a simple action RPG. Oh, no. Like, it could be a nice surprise to have that develop when you were not expecting that.
Once again, you have my thanks. It was an ill surprise indeed to find salvation's reach extend so deep within our ranks. It is a testament to the rising fear within the people's hearts. We must be vigilant against such corruption, lest the duchy rot away afore the dragon ever comes.
What? Very well. I shall see to it at once. A matter of a most pressing nature has come to us. Make for the southern Way Castle immediately. I've received a report that one of the Duke's men has returned from afar, gravely wounded. He asks to speak with you, in all haste, Arisen. 'Tis odd his message was not writ in the report. An oversight brought on by haste, no doubt. Pray, fly to the Way Castle and hear the man's message, sir. Meanwhile, I am to see the Duke on another matter no less urgent. 'Tis a restless day.
All right.
A matter of a most pressing. Meanwhile.
Okay. So I feel like we've sort of exhausted that bit of dialogue.
Well met, sir.
Let me, yeah, wrong one. Always the wrong one. It's like a USB plug, you know, no matter which one I go for. It's the wrong way. So yeah, let's check this out on a map. Oh. Okay, that's not too bad. Is it faster? The only reason why it might be faster from this direction is because you don't have to deal with harpies all through this pass, this ravine. So I think what we'll do is let's head to Casardis. Then we'll cut north. Already given that cart the what for. There's a couple of rabbits here. I think I'm pretty close to finishing that. I think I'm like 4 off. So let me see if I can just blatantly... oh, Jesus, hurry. Okay. Just blatantly murder 4 rabbits.
Careful! Goblin!
There we go. 3,000 XP. I think it was like worth 50 grand. Wait, do we have to fight the goblins?
We share these roads with traveling guardsmen.
Just firing blindly through the shrub. There we go.
That's all.
We have triumphed.
Barely worth the effort. The roads are safer than the brush.
I wonder if it takes into account, like, if you travel on the roads, does it let your stamina last? Oh. I don't remember the guys being this bold. All right.
What's that?
Wonder if I should be messing with an assassin build just to see what they can do. Because I could always switch back, right? And I feel like attacking goblins like that are not a bad way to boost up your vocation score really quickly.
Some new roads.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get to this structure. And then before we continue the next quest, I think I'm going to wrap up this session. Because we've been going for, it looks like a little over 3 hours. I know I had to pause for a quick second there. But yeah, again, like I appreciate people putting up with the fact that I had to step away for a sec. That's the whole reason why I don't live stream and I don't do things on camera. Because I can't always guarantee that I don't have to pause for a moment. Today it wasn't too bad. But also it was nice to also dial in some things like realizing, you know, I could turn down the lights a little bit on my streaming lights and still looks like still have it work while making it easier to see. I was, you know, thinking out loud about like a 2 streaming setup. I know Rode makes it'd be overkill because, but they make their like their streamer, their little streamer thing they just released a couple months ago, and I know Mackie just came out with one. Now they're the same company. But but I know the Rode one I think has 2 USB-Cs, so you can use it between 2 PCs. Maybe that would be a way to, like, I could then, you know, I could, I don't know, use my camera on both. You know, it might, like, I'm just wondering if it would let me not have to choose one or the other for my camera setup and my stuff like that. If it would just let me go back and forth between the 2 computers more easily. Because if that's the case, that could be interesting to experiment with. Is this the way I want to go? I think I do want to go up and around. Yeah. Can I just cut? Okay, let me... Nope, it's just too far. Okay. Because that could be interesting to experiment. I should do a little research, obviously. But that would, you know, that could... The trick is that I don't need... It also has, like, the audio interface part of it. I don't need that. I've got, you know, obviously I've got the Rodecaster Pro. Maybe that would give me more audio channels, because, like, you know, I would have one audio... Because right now I use both audio channels from... I plug both of my Rode...
The sea is closer than I'd imagine.
Rodecaster Pro USB plugs into my singular
Be
PC.
more cautious.
Because that's the only way to get an extra channel. But if I had that streamer thing, would that also give me the extra channel in a weird way, just through a separate device? Could I control that channel on my mixer, or does it only let you control it from...
Follow this road north and
These are a
we'll
bunch of
get Grand
questions that
Soren.
I find super nerdy, but very interesting. So,
There, Master! Wolves!
Fire works well!
we getting attacked? All right, so we made it. Basically, you know, you can see on the mini map, it's just through those gates. We're going to stop here. So again, this has been Black Lodge Trivia Night, playing some more Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. This has been part 12 of our playthrough. I'm hoping, again, the goal is to get through as much as I can, hopefully the main story, not the secret endings or whatever, before Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out. So thanks to Pete for jumping on and jumping into the chat for a little while. We're mostly an actual play tabletop RPG, you know, that's our thing. You can, if you're watching this in the archive, you've already found our YouTube channel. But if you're watching this on Twitch, you know, we put those plays up on YouTube. Maybe someday we'll live stream them, but at the moment we record them and put them together. We also do audio versions of those. You can search for Black Lodge Trivia Night wherever you get your podcasts, and we should show up. It's not just the actual plays. We actually have a couple of RPG discussion things going on. Our last one was about, I think, breaking up with systems, and usually we try and get one of those in a month. So we'll have one going up, but we're going to record it as we're getting near the end of February. I think near the end of February, Matt and I might jump on and do an RPG discussion at the end of the month. But yeah, otherwise, thank you again. Hopefully, if you check this out, like, subscribe, join our Discord if you want to chat about RPGs or CRPGs. But we, regardless, appreciate taking the time. So thanks again. Take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.